Well, hello, my guys, gals, and non binary pals. Today we're going to be looking at colony survival. We're going to be starting to play through, and we're going to jump in to a new world. And as always, this is what I like to do. There is multiplayer, but as you can see, there's building, there's terraforming, and all kinds of fun things. So everything is grabbable. Some things are better than others, but you could essentially create what you want. Now I've started in this forest, but the one thing that I know we are going to want to do is find ourselves a snow mountaintop. Uh, because these are good, but you can essentially just create everything you want. So deforestation is not advisable. We've got different biomes. They start you off in the temperate because that's where you're going to find everything you need. I see it. I think I see it. Everything you need to start your colony. And the reason we're going to go to a snowy mountaintop is because there is a mineral lock there. And honestly, I just find it annoying that you start your nice little colony on some flat ground, spread out, and then you have to go and just mine up a bunch of ores yourselves. And the reason that sucks is because when you mine an ore, you destroy it. But when you set your peoples on them to mine, they stay and they can infinitely mine the resource. So we're going to head over here, scout it out, and see where we would like to make our home. Alright, so I'm going to come back when I find a good place that we're going to set up. The moon is setting on our first day. Took me nearly this long to run around. That was the original mountain, and I found this mountain. Nice little recessed area that we can call our home. I've already placed our flag down so that I could see our outline. And like Lion King, everything the light touches is ours. In the darkest places, that's where the ghouls come from that want to steal our settlers' souls. Now, the ghouls will take any path from that dark area they'll spawn somewhere out in the distance and make a beeline for our flag. Of course, they will snack on myself or any settlers' beds or themselves that they come across. But they'll come to the flag and they'll capture it, and they will just begin to eat the souls of all of our people from here. Doesn't matter where they are, they're alive in this colony, they will be taken away from us. So, when we start having our threat level, which is up here, uh, rise, right now it's 0, so I believe 10 is when we will start seeing our first set of ghouls spawning. So we have a while and we don't have to worry about setting up defenses. Very cheesable game, very simple AI for both settlers and ghouls. Uh, but that is that flag key. You don't have to look at that all the time. I am going to clean these up because I love those blocks. And the very first thing we're going to do is just lay some people out. This is a nice big area, so which I have planted my flag right in the middle of. So I guess we'll just put our beds here. And you come equipped with planks, food, storage, some torches, a lot of torches, and some beds. So, what's in here? That's a universal storage. So, we're going to place down 9 beds. Because once we recruit those 9 people, there they are. They're waiting for jobs, but 9 beds, 9 people. We got them for free. Normally, you have to pay meals, which I paid meals for one of them. That's okay. we're going to give them jobs. Our first job, we are going to need room for. We'll clear this out, and we'll clear this out too. Just so that we have a line. And we're going to make ourselves a berry farmer. Now, I think this is like 4x9 is the optimal. So one of those people, hey, you got a name now. Perrin, nice to see you as a laborer. Our next thing we want to do is a forester. And we're going to move these jobs around once we get kind of an actual layout developed for doing things. But wood, stone, and food, first priority. So I'm going to just shade this out so that we can make a big enough space to plant our trees. And it doesn't matter if you have soil or grass. They'll plant trees on anything. And once we kind of start setting ourselves up, we're going to care what's underneath it. But for right now, we aren't going to. And let's see about widening this a little further. Of course, gravity does not play a part in our world. So we don't need things to be supported, and things will not be supported this early on. So no, I do not want that. I want a forester. And oh, we're gonna go under there. So right there, forester. And one of our people, now that they all have names, he's gonna come. Beryl, nice to have you on board. And they're gonna start getting their titles put on them. Now, the next thing we're going to do is make sure that they have storage bin. Well, everything they gather is going to come into here. So you always need to make sure that they have a storage bin next to them. So I am going to need some stone to make this tinker's table. You can pretty much only make these things. Torches, always necessary. Tinker's table, necessarily as well. So there's two just because there's two different kinds of logs. So I'm going to need to go and pilfer some stone. Which I might as well come over here to the edge. Eventually, we're going to want to make sure that this is cut out. So I'm going to start digging a trench through here. Now our ghouls can only jump one, just like us. So a 2-high ditch is fine. But I like to have 3, just in case if you want to have transitions, you don't really have to worry about it looking weird just because you need to make them too high in certain places. And yeah, so right here where it jumps, now I can make that jump. Ghouls can't make that jump, but it's going to start flattening it out here. And I'm going to want to make sure, for my own posterity's sake, that that can't happen. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. Now that I have my stone and some snow, I can make myself a tinker's table. And this is important because our tinkerer is going to start setting up some things. So what this does is priority levels, how you make them, and then the limit where they make them. Green We've gotten all those logs already. Beds, we only got one in inventory, so he's going to start making beds as his first priority, unless there are things like these defensive positions, which we don't need right now. So they're going to come down and say, hey, I'm going to start making some stone tools. And we don't need these because we can make them ourselves very easily if we want. And there's no use having a bunch of those tables in there for no reason. So tools are the priority. Doesn't matter for you. They are on priority 1. Night Slinger stuff. That's how we're going to kill all those ghouls. And let's just make sure we have 2. So 5 beds. We're going to make 5 crates. And then if we have multiple tinkerers and we just kind of need one to focus on planks, we can set a different label to that other tinkerer and mess around with these settings. And they'll follow whichever one you're set at. We want stone tools because they will, make things go faster, 2 times speed. But you know what? I'm just gonna make them. Oh, let's just do 2. They're cheap enough. Okay, so they have stone, so they can start working on things. And since we have that all set up, our little trees are gonna grow up. Oh, it's unfortunate. They don't really like to follow spacing that well. Every tree has got to have a block completely around it. So once we start getting our permanent spaces for these guys, we're going to have to math that all out. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is science, because we're going to need a constant stream of stone. Dun dun dun. We have science! Science! And how do we make these guys? I believe my tinkerer can now make them. Yep. So the tinkerer is going to make them, and we're going to set them to a high priority so that they kind of just make those above all the other things, because when you need them, you need them. So we'll get another tinkerer. Usually I'll have one tinkerer focused on weaponry and another on building stuff. And since we have all these people, well, we'll get to that when it comes to it. So the nighttime is here, and we've got to kind of wait around for these guys to start making stuff. So while we do that, I'm just going to start diggy holing this place up and kind of laying some pathways out. So I'll see you when we've got a stone cutter. Okay, we have got another job, and until I get them settled, I am just going to set them up right there. Now, as I was trying to do, can't put a stone miner on here. You've got to mine these ores. And as you can see, that's copper. So I'm going to put one right there as well. And you are going to need a box, which I'll shove in the corner. So my idea is we've got our area here. These are going to be our hallways coming through. We're going to put some jobs right here as they come across. But essentially, to either side, we're just going to have them come out. Now we can't go too far in here yet. We'll dig until we see the darkness come through, because even underground the darkness will show. So you've got a skybox, you've got a lower box, and we can expand that, of course, as needed, and that's a requirement for some things, but we've got ourselves a little things coming through. And as we did with the stone, we're going to need to make all these things. So to unlock the smelter, which is going to unlock all these lovely things, and we can start getting some wood flooring in here, log walls, and that's going to lead to like other stuff, stairs, so you're not going to see the jumpy so much. That's going to be unlocked. We've got the planks. We just need the stone tools made, which we just did, and you can get a little blown away by all this stuff. So now we need to go back down to our tinkerer and set their priorities again, because they've got a bunch of new stuff. So only two of you, and again, your priority. And I just pick one of these to do. So this one needed temperate, taiga, and that's temperate. So I'm going to make this one taiga, just so we don't have competing woods. So the split and stump, that's where we make firewood, which we're not going to need right now. So he's going to work on that. And yeah, babies, you working away, doing your thing. So, first question. Got my little dig in here, which is going to lead to my mines. All my fields are going to be out here, but I think I'm going to I want to set up houses out here for the field hands, and we're going to have barracks in here for our miners, and then wherever I decide, which I might make a sky causeway. Yeah. So the ghouls, they'll do the one jump, but if you have a block suspended a couple feet off the ground, they won't jump down, and they don't ragdoll until you kill them. So it will be kind of funny if there's a skywalk across here where they're going to try and come and get to our flag. And their dead corpses just fall down to be consumed by the earth again. I think I'm going to do that. So make a doorway in the middle to then go to the mines. I think that's what's going to be. You're going to go into the mines. Loads of stuff just sitting around. Now, as I said, when I take that, it's gone for good, and I only got 1 copper out of that, when these can be mined infinitely. So we're only going to do that when we don't care. Ooh, and there is clay. So I'm going to leave that block until I find more clay. And we're just going to put a dude on top of that to mine that. Alright. Double check we're not going too far. Okay. Oh, you know what? There's clay right there. So you're actually going to go right there. So I can take you. Okay, okay. The day-night cycles. Sun is setting real low. Day-night cycles are atrocious in this game. They're not atrocious, but definitely doesn't go too fast for us. Now let's look at our signs here. We've done our smelters. We're going to get a furnace. Now this wood log, they're going to be making all of our fancy stuff. So definitely going to have 2 of those. Pottery is going to come up Water gathering, really not going to do right now, just because, you know, water's all the way down there. And we're all the way up here. But wheat is going to be our first crop. And through pottery, we are going to be able to learn how to make porridge. And this is what we're going to use instead of having a water gatherer. Uh, gather water from anywhere. Mm-hmm. Lead to points, different things we can learn to sell down that road. So for this, tools, and we need to make beds. So that's going to be real easy. Our mud bricks are just going to need clay. Pottery is just going to need clay. Now the merchant's hub we're going to wait on as long as possible. And basically that's until we've accomplished all our other goals and we need to have these other things unlocked. Because as you can see, increases the monster threat by 10. Now that's not going to be a lot of ghouls, but we are going to want to make sure our defenses are sealed up and we have some people that can sling rocks at them to kill them. Now we can use any of these weapons as well. That's what's real exciting. But in the beginning, we're just going to be punching them. And we are pretty good at punching people. Not in real life. I got a weak wrist, so I can't really punch that hard. Alright. Has he made anything? He made one of you. Oh, I got a sapling. So I'm gonna set you up just like our tinkerer. You can see all the tools that we're gonna be going through. So made out of tempera, made out of taiga. We'll just say make those. Stairs are going to be real nice, but you're a low priority. Torches, make sure we always 10 so we can light things up. And planks, our wood flooring. We're actually going to want to say make 200 of those as well. But firewood is our biggest. These log walls, we're going to need them eventually. So let's just say 100. And your priority low, your medium, your priority low. Well, you do need planks, but I feel like I'm going to need you first. Torches are high importance as well to light things up. They don't do anything to negate the ghouls from coming out. And it is fairly light out here to visualize. Not too dark, I believe, until you get into shadow, but I believe we're on a good side of the world. Look at our main entrance. So our grand keep in the mountains, though we're not proper dwarves, is going to be here. So let's light it up so it's even more magnificent. And then I think I'm going to dig and we can block it off with leaves as we want. So there's one more ore that we need to get on this top level. And we're going to see if we can find that. Give our tinkerer time to make some stuff. And give our woodcutters time to make some stuff. Yep. Look at that. My hubris. So we're going to want to make sure that we seal this up. That clay came in a good spot. So that keeps you safe. We'll have to wait until we expand our borders. Or just decide to like dig down here. Yeah. I don't want to get rid of that clay though. Come in here. Yeah, it's a really small spot. I mean, I guess just a doorway to here. Before us, just a hallway to a room, and then lead to another room, which leads to another room and another room. I think I can do that. So I can come in here and then just kind of have... Do I want a space? I don't think I need a space. Just have the stairs start. And two, well, this is going to be a stair, so I'm going to need to... Yeah, we'll be civilized. We'll go in one. So that's where our first step is going to be. Like that. So we come down, and that's good. Whoop, jumped a little too far. And that's our layer. We're going to want to go down, I believe, 5 or 10 stairs. And at that point, we'll start seeing a different set of ores. I hate that. Try to be quick. But we are going to want to make sure we light this stairwell up. Because, well, outside we have the moonlight. We do not have the moonlight in here. And as you go lower and get the different ores, you see there's a break here. You don't know really when the next ore level is going to come. And I believe it's about 10. I usually go 10 down. But look, right there. New ore. So we're going to want to stop right here and make this our floor for now. Look at that. Different ore. See? Splotchy chicken pox. Nice cheetah print. I believe I'm just going to dig out a space for somebody to walk over there and get you. And since we have the people, we'll do that. And we'll do that. And we'll come back to that a little later. Alright, let's throw that all in there. Still have not made you. Our furnaces. First one is going to go. And let's see what you make. Right now, we're just making copper ingots. The copper ore, it doesn't really do anything on its own. So just having one person here infinitely doing copper is fine. But they're going to need firewood first. I'll put you back. And I did put a torch in this room. Yes, I did. My God, look at you. You find you. You keep running. Running. Oh, I guess because of the fumes. Oh, your little chisel. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, my miners. Do your work. So, he's making firewood. What are you working on? You're working on iron tools. Oh, yeah, because that's our first priority. And we told him, you know what, just to help him out, let's just make one of you. And we're going to do another tinkerer. So this one, we're going to leave these the same. But you are actually just going to have a high priority of workbenches. And let me just set all of these so I don't have to figure it out. Okay, so workbenches. And again, right now I'm not going to leave you. I'll probably just set up another one. So your priority is workbenches. My first dude's priority is tools. Nope. So you're going to be medium tools because you have beds and whatnot. After you finish that, you're going to come this all the way down at the bottom. Okay. That way, yeah, see, he already jumped on making some ammo. Do they do anything but ammo? Yeah. Just one. Once we start seeing zombies, I'm going to grab one of them and make sure we have some fun with that. Okay. He's gone to bed already. I needed that other one to get started. Look, the Foresters, our last one, coming down. He went to the flagpole to eat. He didn't go to a box to eat. Oh, well, they need to go to the flagpole. They don't eat from the box. And you can't set them oh, everybody get a mess hall and eat in there. But we will make a mess hall because there are tables. But basically, the flag is closer, or you can get these off-site little tables that they can go to eat from. And that's how it's going to go. Let's see how the mine's going. Now I can set off in the opposite direction and basically just bust through because I already know what level this is going to stop at. And the mines, we're not going to put flooring in, but we didn't get any flooring. We got planks. Because they're making firewood like they're supposed to so things can run. Okay? Okay. But we know where we're going to stop. And then we can kind of cut in here and do a little loop. So, floors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 down. And that is 1. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Yes. Okay. All the way up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget. Oh, yeah. 4. 5. Right. And 4 bit. Boom. All right. Okay. That's 6. 2 more. 1 more. And 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is and see. There's nothing on this side, whereas that side there is a whole bunch of stuff, right? So we could have mined farther down, potentially missing our floor. And so this is nice because I can just indiscriminately make it here. And we might have to raise that once we come up because this jumping won't hit it, but for some reason the stairs make you go. Alright, I'm sorry. That was a little rough. But we're going to come out because our stairs are going to hit here. There's going to be a space. And our door to the second set of stairs is going to be right here. Make that. Sure. And you're going to come into... So, dude... I can decide to push that wall out later. Okay. So, we've got you. And now... There. That's going to be our first step. And we're going to probably come back up because I bet it is daytime again. It is the morning. We just started. That was good timing. Did you make anything yet? You did not. What are you working on? I don't want another furnace. I want another log splitter. Where are you in this priority list? Okay, you're going to make it next. All right. These simple ones, I wish we could just make if we needed to. Because they're so simple, but I can understand why. We've got to give the settlers something to do, or else they're just sitting around twiddling their thumb. But I have just noticed up in the corner here, we don't have anything. And how did I get 11 colonists? Oh, I guess I purchased 11 colonists. So, whoops. Let's just put another bed down and get another colonist. Ooh, you've only got 3 meals? I think I went a little heavy on the metals and not heavy enough on our berries. So, good thing I just bought that other colonist. We are gonna do this, and immediately we are gonna set up another berry farm. Do the same thing, 4x10. Oh, I don't have enough meals. So, I guess since I don't really need all of them, I'm just going to take a miner away from his job. I'll take you. Come back with me. And he's gonna immediately turn into a berry farmer. Still trying to dig that copper. Look at their AI. So weird. So weird. You've gotta like, even when you like make beautiful paths for them, they just walk through beds. They just do a zigzag pattern. Don't follow any kind of line. I would have just walked straight down and then taken a right. But not you, sir. No, not you. So that's the other thing. I can't make meals. I can't even make meals. If these people don't eat, they die. And that was probably better. I might even just make another berry field because I'm that worried. So again, I'm just gonna come over here and nope, and dig down to fill that out. So I don't have to worry about all of this. And I guess I'll take that other miner off. Yeah, okay. Berry field number 3. Just until I feel a little more confident. Because we do not have any more people. So you can come out of the mine depths and go help your fellow colonizers. Come here. There you go. Just run back in there. Yeah. We've still got 11 colonists. Hopefully they don't just immediately die. Yeah, you're making food. Good. Good, fella. Or were you eating? You might have just been eating. I don't know how many berries it takes to make a bowl, but you're eating yourself. Okay. Well, at least my berry farmers are getting fed, right? They're getting fed. There's 2 in there. And oh no, okay, because he's gonna make it, and then he's gonna have to come bring it in here. He might have been eaten. Hopefully he was. Uh, instant, instant. Don't have to wait for it to grow like wheat, right? Yeah. You just kind of pop through here, and I think a 4x10 is a good size for them to come. But oh, you're getting food, your materials. Uh, it's okay if we lose somebody. We can get rid of this other tinkerer. Uh, Wood isn't necessary. Food is. Food is very necessary. I am running around like crazy. I am your god, and I have failed you by not teaching you how to fend for yourselves. Well, as long as they're doing that. Oh, 1 meal. Okay. I'm gonna stop freaking out. I'm gonna come back over here. And I'm gonna get ready for my defenses because it feels like I'm gonna need them sooner than I thought. So if you want to watch the next part, you're more than welcome to. Uh, I'm just gonna be digging, dig a hole right here. So you'll never guess what I forgot to do. I just started talking, didn't hit record, and I did some stuff. Not too much. We'll go over it. Dug out the trench all the ways around. So now this is the only point of egress that our ghouls have to get into the colony. I put this little stairs because if you don't actually provide them a way to get to your flag, your colony goes under siege. And what that means is the settlers get stressed, they start eating their feelings, and just all around bad times. You know, that's a gameplay strat. But the other thing I did was, as you can see, we still only have 3 meals. So I saw we were able to unlock wheat farming. We got all of those, and pottery. We got all of those. So came down here and mapped out a field, and I'm just now realizing that grass spreads. So there is no way just to have a dirt field. So I marked out a 12 by 12, and I was filling it in because 12 by 12 is the optimal size for your wheat, your kind of grain farms and things like that. So we're going to fill this in, and then we're going to start planting wheat. And I believe I'm just going to make that other tinkerer be our wheat farmer. I really did underestimate the amount of food these people eat, or just how bad berries are. Yeah. We're going to come over here and run 10. I said 12. I made 12. I meant 10. So, we'll let this tinkerer finish his job first, so he doesn't go crazy like our miner did. And then, thank you for your service. He immediately turned in, and he gets a sun hat. Now these berry farmers get a berry basket. That's a berry basket right there, sir. But you don't get a nice little sun. The forester gets a sun hat, and he's under trees half the time. But no. All right. Oh, he turned it back into soil. Good job. I do like the grass spread. That means you don't have to worry about terraforming with the grass. And there are a couple different kinds of grass. I did mess up. There was a taiga bush over here, and the shadows did make it look like that was my line, and it wasn't until I got about here and I saw the lights from my colony that I realized I was in the wrong place. So, yeah, that's our start of our colony. Hopefully, we'll see the food go up. But before then, he makes the gruel too. So he just makes this out of wheat. And that's going to have to be a priority. So I'm going to bump all these workstations down because I believe they automatically set themselves as a high priority. And gruel is now going to be our highest priority. So everything's down here. You're just going to go to low. Gruel's our highest. Tools are going to be the second. And then all this other stuff can just get made after you finish making gruel, sir. And look, there. He's making our pottery wheel, which we won't need right away. And wheat is just crazy. This man's going to spend all day planting, and it's going to literally take like 3 days for this to grow. And he's just going to be standing around, not doing anything after he plants all this. So, 10 by 10, perfectly fine. He'll get this planted up before the end of the day, maybe. And hopefully we'll have gruel, and I can stop having food inequality for my people. So, the one thing I need to decide, where are my fighters going to be? Should I have an access for them to climb up here and kind of in the middle have a fighting thing and have them come? Just have this giant pillar. Maybe off of this. And because you're going to annoy me, I'm just going to put a snow block here. So they would come up maybe from this archway. And you, sir, you are 2 in. So 1, 2. Let's dig this out. Yeah. And then 1, 2. This is the middle. So from here, yeah, I'll have a pillar that comes up from here. And I'll dig this stone away. So maybe just 3 by 3 pillar. And then have stairs come out either side. Probably should have kept all of that and just had built on top of it as I went. Oh. But I really don't want any kind of egress from the other side. Let's just see how this looks. We can tear it down if we don't like it. It's not the end of the world or anything. See that? That's right up there. Oh, I was one block off from the very center of my area. I don't know if that's awesome or frustrating. So these are fine. If somebody's standing here slinging slingshots, that's fine. What we can do, being very careful, is then branch out and have a line coming this side, and then snake around. So what we do need, however, is a way to get up to that pillar from here. And what I think is going to happen is, since I already dug that out, let's say we start from here. And then you be better if I get on top. I don't suppose stairs are being made in any kind of good situation. Oh, I'm out of snow. So we're just gonna finish this off with some leaves. And that does not work. So I wonder, do I then just do this? Alright. One thing these settlers are, they are like mountain goats. Put them on this steep thing, they are good. So that's going to be our battle peoples way up here. For now. I'm probably going to change everything about that. You know what's funny? That was from berry bush or something. I don't know what. I got a sapling out of that. Okay, so once I take that off, eventually what's going to happen is we're going to snake this little guy around. We're going to snake this little guy around, and eventually it's going to lead past here again, and then maybe just meet up with it. Because again, you have to give the ghouls a way down to your colony. It doesn't matter how long you make that path. What do I have the most of? Let's just go with leaves for right now. So I can wind this around to my heart's content. Nope. There we go. And they will just keep following this path until Lord knows. Now they're pretty far away, so we'll leave that. We're not going to have a lot coming this late. So, oh, yep, yep. And the only way I can heal is by stealing the food of my settlers. Can I reach that? Yes. So, that's going to come up right about there. And then I'll probably just have it meet this ledge right here. And the first couple of nights, this just should be good enough if I put, 2 people on here that, uh, you know, they'll have enough health or enough firepower to get that. So let's test this out. Yeah, don't see a warning sign. Ghouls can get into our place, don't you worry. Preemptively, I am gonna put 2 jobs up there so I don't forget. Get out of my inventory. Did they make? Yes. Okay. 2 jobs, so I don't believe that's the way you should do it. So 1 right there, and then 1 right there. Whew. Actually, I'm gonna put 1 right there. And we want to make sure they also have a box so that they can resupply and whatnot for the night. So you get up there. All right. I think that will do it for now. Hopefully we have enough food when we come back so that I stop having food insecurities and we can hire some more people to start defending us, and we can get our next bit of science, which we can already get. And again, Merchant's Hub, we're going to start being able to make some quality items and get stuff done. I'm just going to send this because why not? And eventually these other things will get unlocked. We'll start working with the pottery wheel, which, we can't do. There's a lot of stuff here, by the way, including just like, hey, you want to be the best? Earn all these coins. A lot of things raise your monster level, and that just means more ghouls and stuff that come in the middle of the night. So, thanks for joining me. There's no self-facing cam, so I will just leave you with this wonderful view of our settle, including oh, that actually looks really nice. That or really bad. I mean, I love the color scheme, green and white. It's very calming. So that's what I'm gonna leave you on. A common farewell, and we'll see you in the next one.